Now, one thing I'm really hoping for is like John Moxley, dude, you gotta get yourself back in a championship contendership one way or another. Because one element that I would like to see him go for the TNT. If he's able to put
who I
himself,
would like him to be the FTW champion. He'd be
that's
a
not
good
really
FTW.
a belt.
We forgot about that being a belt, honestly.
No, but I wouldn't mind seeing Moxley against FTW. He could like
That'd be good. Yeah,
he represents what the title is. He gives people title shots, and you see that title more often. You could have it in Rampage or Monday or whatever, and Moxley could be more like help out some other ratings for the other shows with that title rather than being the face because you have other people doing that part.
But I would love to see Moxley first get the TNT over the FTW. Personally, that's just a personal opinion.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing great, hold the company down during the pandemic as the AEW champion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Him being Miro is something that they danced before in the past. Why not do it one more time? But this time you're making John Moxley look good because John Moxley without a belt, it's kind of weird. Personally, I just feel like he needs more spotlight. He needs more attention. Sure, he's working with the people from different organization, but you got to put a belt on the boy. How the hell you have Zack Ryder being the GCW champion, but you don't got John Moxley? It just doesn't make sense to me.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. I feel like he don't need the belt. Like, he's doing what he needs to do.
Word. That's what you feel.
Here we go. This is the thing I always bring up. You don't have to give the Shield guys leverage. You don't need to.
Oh,
like,
Shield.
I know. But I'm just saying those three guys. Like, I understand that. Like John Moxley, I understand he's gone. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, you don't need John Moxley to have a belt. He can just do what he needs to do. The FTW belt, though, I think that makes it more legit. And that gives him more light to it. But like
that'll be kind of like his GCW championship, sort of. Not replacement, but it'll be similar to that because he could have any match that could be the open championship, open challenge championship, or whomever, and he will help out the other.
But they don't even acknowledge the FTW. That's
because they don't have somebody that's there frequently because Starks is not at 100% all the time. And the story of the building, it's whack. Like it's nobody wants to see that. If you throw in Moxley through the mix, then you have Moxley against Brian Cage. You could have Moxley against Hobbs. You could have there's different combinations, and Moxley elevates everybody and makes that title worth something rather than
sidebar. Ladies and gentlemen, we already said our prediction. Right now, we're going down the rabbit hole. Okay, so if you want to continue listening to this, great. Keep following us on the Providence Lucha Talk and on social media. But we're going to continue with this conversation real quick. All right. So back to you, Luisito. It's like the TNT, Tony Khan, the owner himself, he said he doesn't acknowledge it as a belt for the business. So why would I want one of the top names in the world have a belt that does not have much of a value?
Because he don't need the title to be worth something. So he could just have something that he could fight for the shows that don't mean anything at the moment.
He will have other opponent because the TNT does have.
But then you're keeping him as champion, not just because, but everybody who challenged him, I'm saying can't beat them, but like everybody who's seeking after, especially the TNT, kind of like a breakthrough person, you're not gonna have them go over if they're new against Moxley. Like it doesn't make sense for story.
That's the key word. And you're not gonna get over, but you're gonna get some type of.
But with FTW, there's something that like the shows that remember they have a show Monday, I think Elevation. They have Dark. They have nothing to fight for at the but they don't have nothing to fight for. Rampage, they normally have like mostly title matches for now, just to keep people interested. But like you could spread out the championships throughout the 4 shows and at least have something to fight for. Because it's everybody who's in either Dark Elevation are stuck in limbo. They have decent records because they're fighting each other for no reason, but there's nothing to fight for. And everybody who's in those 2 shows can go against Miro. Miro's going to destroy them. At least Moxley gives him a better chance. At least he's more willing to work with people.
That's why
it's more of a give and take.
That's why Miro, if Darby can't get the job done, Moxley seems to be the right guy to put Miro in his place because they have danced. And if you could give him the TNT, Moxley already have worked with a lot of great names. You know what I'm saying? Lance Archer, John Mandela, Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? He worked with the Elites. You know what I'm saying? He worked with Eddie Kingston. He worked with many people. Imagine him facing all the new guys. You know what I'm saying? Sean, the Gun Club, the Blonde Elite, whatever their names are.
Hollywood Blondes, that too.
Whatever.
Brian Pillman got destroyed by Miro too. Like,
but I'm saying, at least with John Moxley, at least you're fighting someone who's Top Gun, and he's gonna make you look good. And he's not gonna give the belt just to anyone. It's gonna be someone that's gonna be a big name. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be someone to a big name. But TNT, they need a new face up, and John Moxley seems to be the guy.
All right, and I agree with you in that aspect, but you gotta look. They do rankings, right? So Christian Cage is second on rankings right now. Then after that is Darby. After that is Orange Cassidy. Mm-hmm. After Orange Cassidy is Powerhouse Hobbs. After Powerhouse Hobbs, it's Jungle Boy. So Moxley's not even in the picture in the ranking.
For the heavyweight or just in
for a heavyweight, just single wrestlers.
But single. TNT is midweight.
Well, they'd still do rankings.
They still do rankings.
Either rankings, either way, that like we could have that match, but it's just like Miro at the moment. You're still building Miro, not build him up, but it's just like he's your guy, your. Now I'm saying barricade, but your benchmark for that title. Like, if you throw Moxley in against Miro, okay, Miro. Let's say Miro loses. Where is he gonna go, or what is he gonna do?
Nothing but the ceiling, baby. What you talking about? Miro is gonna see something.
But this is the thing. So I just mentioned the rankings to you, right?
Right.
You said how I said Darby Allin's gonna go after the TNT title. I changed my mind. He's gonna go after Kenny Omega if he beats CM Punk because he's in the ranking. So you gotta realize that gives Darby Allin a chance now. You gotta give new faces. I understand that. I understand where you're coming from, and he's the most solid wrestler in AEW, and he could give you a good chemistry match. But honestly, you got to give young people shine as well to that title. So,
but we've seen also in the past when it comes to new faces like Darby, they get buried. I know this is not a popular name, but look at Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy was in a similar position as Darby, and when he got his chance for the belt, what happened? They couldn't push him over.
But come on, you know that gimmick wasn't going over.
The gimmick was solid. The gimmick was gold.
Stop. But you don't look at
he would have been a great TNT. He would have been a great TNT, not AEW champion.
That Mimosa match was fire, and you know it.
But this is what I understand. You have to have somebody in character. This is going back. I'm sorry to compare it to WWE, but you need someone to represent the belt well. And you're gonna have Orange Cassidy represent the AEW World Heavyweight Champion belt like that? No, that makes no sense. You need to have somebody else. I'm sorry.
You could have somebody like Andrade. That makes sense. Moxley, he's had it before. Like established, like I don't know, gimmick or setups and stuff. But Orange Cassidy is great. But imagine Orange Cassidy doing an interview. They do like a big thing with TNT. I don't know. Let's say basketball. Is it already Orange Cassidy, it's your time to do a commercial for TNT. And he's like, and that's it. Like, dude, like, no.
Thank you. At least someone understands, like, nothing. We don't hate the guy. It's just like you're representing that belt. That's your face of your company. That
TNT title will be great for Orange Cassidy.
No, I wouldn't even say that. No, because Miro's taking that up.
No, but I'm saying, like, if I was going to give Orange Cassidy like an opportunity to win a title, I'll definitely give the TNT or even the FTW because his whole gimmick is FTW.
All right, I see that, but I think he's better off with a tag team title belt instead of all.
But with who? He's not gonna be with best friends. Like he needs somebody to complement.
Until they don't do the three.
They're gonna bring the trios championship, and that would also be interesting if that's another monster. If they bring the trios championship, that'd be pretty cool to see.
Trios, really? I never heard of that. What is that?
There's basically tag team with 3 people, like they do that a lot in Mexico.
Word, I didn't know that. That's pretty
cool.
So
then you could have the, that'd be cool. Lucha Bros and Andrade, or you could have the Jurassic Express. You even could have the Young Bucks, basically BTE, Young Bucks and Omega as trios champion.
Oh, the trios champion will sound perfect on Andrade and Lucha Brothers. Literally, if you use their AAA belts on there and you represent it on AEW and AAA, I think that would really be good. Honestly, that represented well.
Well,
I
you
know.
guys have it.
I know this is gonna be a good pay-per-view.
It is a lot of hype. Is a high expectation pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? I think the views are going to be way higher than SummerSlam. I think the pop is going to be way louder than Vegas. They can't.
Las Vegas, their credit card machine wasn't working, so nobody could buy food with credit cards.
God,
so everybody, they gave out free food at the moment, but when that happened, but their machine went out and that was a new stadium. I'm like, yo, you have a new stadium with no credit cards. So everybody couldn't buy food. I was like, that sucks.
Okay. But again, there's so much great hits that even if they miss just one of them, I think they could still do way better than SummerSlam at the end of the day. Any last word from you, Frank, before we end the show?
I just think like the mismatch of All Out this Sunday is gonna be the Big Show and QT Marshall.
Yeah.
Nothing against them. I just don't know why you try to fit something in to fill that in. You could have did something better, but I feel like
they needed a cooldown though. So this is their cooldown match.
That's the cooldown.
That's
when you go use the bathroom. I'm sorry, but it's just like it's gonna be a great pay-per-view. My only problem with the AEW crowd sometimes is just they lose their energy when they're way too hyped. So hopefully the energy is continuous throughout the whole show to make it lit, because I know all of the people that are going to be high flying, all that and everything like that, it's going to take a lot of energy out of the fans. So I just wish the fan reactions is there throughout the whole pay-per-view. So.
And just with CM Punk too.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want it when it gets to CM Punk. Please don't die after that. Please keep the energy up for everybody else.
Well, even though we predict that the AEW championship could be the last one, CM Punk match could be the last one as well, because that's his hometown,
Yeah, if you want to keep the energy going, I agree. Yeah. I agree 100%.
Possibility. But Luisito, any last word?
I think it's gonna be a good pay-per-view. I think I've been, I guess it's called sponsoring or supporting them. I've gotten almost every pay-per-view that they came out, but I think this pay-per-view with the matches that they have, it will be worth the money and be worth the time to watch it. I will make the time. I know I'm working that day, but I'm definitely will make the time to catch up and be able to watch it. But it's gonna be good. I feel like AEW's basically they finally arrived. This is basically their final destination that there were 3 years to build. So let's see what happens from here on and how this affects AEW because after the 90-day people leaving, being available, CM Punk, that's what everybody was waiting for. So everything fell into pieces. So let's see how this affects the future of AEW.
I agree. They need to pass with flying colors with this one, or you guys have fallen down the drain. You need to do well with this one in order for you guys to excel.
My final word is enjoy this with your loved one, because this is a history in the making, especially for a wrestling fan. Think about this. You get WWE on Monday, Tuesday, Impact, Wednesday, you got AEW, Thursday, you got NWA, I believe, or Impact. Maybe
NXT on Tuesday, Impact on Thursday.
And
Friday, Rampage
and SmackDown back to back, and now you're gonna get All Out. We're blessed. So enjoy these people as you can, have fun, and don't miss your mark. That's all I gotta say.
Yep, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan right now.
Great time. So with that being said, thank you for making it through our rabbit hole discussion. If you agree with us, write it down below in the comments. And if you don't, then let us know why, because we love to talk to you about it. But Providence Lucha Talk, we say buenas noches and good night.
Peace. Good night.
Peace.